Plant in the box. You open it and you made a plant.
Hello everyone, my name is Joy and today I'll be doing something a little bit different as usual. This is a plant channel now. If you're wondering why I'm wearing black, it's because I am grieving the plants that I have made for the past couple of weeks. So I decided that I just wanted to make a nice chill video in which I will be putting together my new houseplants. I don't have a whole lot of houseplants at the moment. I just have this thing. Oh god, come here. This is my cactus collection. It has mutated and is extremely violent. You can tell it's in pain. So I decided to get it a little friend. I just noticed some propaganda on this box. Careful with me, I'm a plant and I have feelings too. Alright, there we go. It's a bit smaller than I expected. Not to be rude. I'm already destroying it. I will leave a link down in the description to where I got this particular plant. I'm not sponsored by anything or anyone. I could be. But this plant is called Alfie, which I think is very cute. I name most of my plants. I name most things. I name my instruments. I name things. So these are the contents of the package. Let me further unpack it before I break it. Ah, bag of rocks. Big old bag of rocks. There we go. Ooh, there they are. Two little tiny moss balls. Now, according to the website, these are a type of algae that are common in Japanese lakes. So they basically just roll around. You can fight in the comment section over whether or not algae are plants or organisms or whatever you want to call it. Oh, and it's made with handmade and recycled glass. I don't know if you can pick that up. Okay, so what, do I just dump it in? The answer to that would be a resounding yes. But before doing so, I was instructed to rinse off the rocks, so enjoy this moment of Pebble ASMR. To give you a little more info, this will be the habitat of the marimo moss balls I just showed you. Tap water is fine, but if the ball forms brown spots over time, it might be a good idea to add a little ocean salt. Okay, so I filled up the bottle. They didn't really specify whether it needed lukewarm water or just any specific temperature, so I just went with cold water. Yeah, I guess I can just plop them in. Let me just give you a good view of these bad boys. Oh, there's the camera. Look at my fuzzy balls. Focus. Focus on my balls. There you go. So they don't need much in terms of care. Just replace the water once every 2 weeks and then give them a rinse in the sink. Wash your hairy balls in the sink, basically. All right, moment of truth. This one. It's a bit of a small container for the both of them, isn't it? Oh, whoosh. There you go. There they are. I might actually get a bigger jar at some point, but for now this is very, very cute. Just look at it. Just two little guys. And I like that this one has a lid because I'm clumsy and it will probably fall at some point. I'm surprised I haven't dropped it yet. So yeah, that went relatively easy. I don't know why this is going so well. They're dying, aren't they? I think I'm going to be putting them in my office because according to the instructions, they're supposed to be in kind of a dark place. They're not supposed to be in full-on sunlight or full-on lamplight. They're used to being on the bottom of dark lakes, so that makes sense. Yeah. So moving on to the big boy. Okay, now that I've made sure that my home address isn't on full display, this is in the box. This is a plant. Ooh.
1 hour later.
Alright, so this is the big boy. This one is going to be a centerpiece on my table because it looks nice. I've always really liked those ecosystems. You know, I got a small jungle tree up in my office. Maybe I'll show you that at the end of the video. But that's also a little ecosystem on its own. And sometimes there's a little bit of fog in the morning. It's very adorable. Oh, okay. Oh, this one does not have a little pot. So I have no idea what types of plants these are. Just gonna be straight up with you. I'm not a botanist by any means. But we got this little guy. They also say that depending on when you order, there's gonna be a variety of plants, like depending on their availability. And I got this boy in a recyclable jar. I don't know what this is. This one's a bit of a mystery. It's nothing. Must be the air for in the pot. Oh, I like this one. It's a little tree. It's got a bit of a thing sticking out. I don't know if that's supposed to be a root. Am I supposed to put that in the ground or does it just grow like that? Oh, she's thick. And this tiny one. If somebody could tell me what these are, I would be very grateful because I have no idea. Oh, this one smells good. Okay, I'm supposed to start with the rocks. They don't tell me to rinse it off, so I guess I won't.
Before handling the plants, I roll up my sleeves and assert dominance. It is important to do this before introducing the plants in their habitat, as they will immediately proceed to establish a hierarchy. The rocks at the bottom will help preserve moisture in this self-sustaining ecosystem. Then I place most of the dirt, leaving some of it in the bag to use later. I start with the thickest plant, carefully removing it from the plastic pot as to not damage the roots, and as I place it, I try to keep the leaves from touching the glass as much as possible. The plant will be tricked into thinking it is free and not even consider revolution. God help you if the leaves touch the glass one day. The second plant is introduced to the habitat. Notice how I place them in order of size to prevent the larger plants from feeling threatened in this new environment. This plant thirsts for freedom, as is made clear by the roots protruding from the bottom of the container. This is a sign of frustration aggression, and I am going to need to adequately address this with the plant to prevent behavioral problems in the future. This is a common feature in rescue plants, but if caught early and given proper guidance, the plant still has a perfectly good chance to grow into a well-adjusted member of society. I shall keep away sharp objects from the vicinity and carry a gun on me at all times as a precaution. Then we have this bamboo-resembling plant, which did not come in a plastic container. I am glad to have purchased from a breeder that does not force all of their plants into the same mold. My guess is that this plant attended a Waldorf school. I tuck in the plants with the remaining dirt and move on to this absolutely delicious looking moss. There are few things in life that compare to carefully separating and organizing moss in a jar. I imagine carefully separating and organizing moss in different locations comes close. I've been told holding your firstborn is a beautiful moment, but after inquiring further, most confirm that it is nothing like carefully separating and organizing moss in a jar. Last but not least, I added the decorative rocks. I think it worked out well. One thing that's really practical about this jar is that it requires near to no care. Just a spot with enough light, but not in direct sun.
So that is the whole system put together. I really like it. It smells absolutely wonderful. I might take the lid off every once in a while to take a whiff, but they recommend you don't do that. They recommend to not give it any water and not put it in direct sunlight, but the website is giving me a little bit of mixed signals here, because on the instructions it says that I need to leave it open for a week. But according to the website, they made a mistake there and say, nope, you can just put the lid on right away, close it off, and only if you see some mist coming up in the bowl. They recommend you only take it off if you see some water droplets forming on the inside. But so far so good, I think. I think I did a nice job arranging it. I'm really particular about how I place my rocks. It's pretty. It's like my own little Zen garden in a jar. So thank you so much for watching me put together my new houseplants. This one is called Boris and this one is called Alfie, if you want to find these exact ones on the website, which I will link down in the description. I will keep you posted, I guess, on how they're doing. Maybe post some pictures up on Instagram. I just wanted to make a bit of a chill video this time because things haven't exactly been going according to plan. Everything is fine now. My house is back into a bit of a normal state, so I can get back to recording. I have a ton of music planned. And I've also got a new episode on bees written, one that I think I'm gonna be very proud of. I think it's gonna be my favorite so far. So there's that to look forward to. So yeah, thanks so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!